There was a season in my life when our family looked perfect from the outside, but was quietly breaking apart inside. We had the house, the jobs, the smiles at Sunday service, but behind closed doors, there were long silences, slammed doors, and words we couldn't take back. Then one day, everything changed. Not through a grand miracle, but through something we had forgotten how to practice: faith. This is the story of how faith made our family whole again, one prayer, one apology, and one act of forgiveness at a time. It began the year my father lost his brother unexpectedly. Grief came like a storm none of us saw coming. He withdrew into himself, working longer hours, spending evenings alone in his workshop. My mother tried to hold the family together, but her efforts were like patching a roof in the rain. I was 16 then, old enough to sense the weight of things, but too young to know how to help. My younger sister would ask me, "Why doesn't Dad talk anymore?" I had no answer. Meals grew quiet. Church became routine, not refuge. We still bowed our heads before eating, but no one truly prayed. My mother's smile faded, replaced by the weary politeness of someone trying to survive. We weren't fighting each other, we were drifting. That kind of distance feels quieter than anger, but hurts just the same. Then one night, my mother came home from a Bible study. She looked different, calm, almost radiant. She said quietly, "We've been living together without really being together. God can fix this, but we have to let Him." No one replied, but something about her tone made me pause. The next morning, she left small notes around the house, on the fridge, on the bathroom mirror, inside Dad's lunchbox. They said things like, "Love never fails," and "The power of family love begins with forgiveness." I rolled my eyes at first, but slowly, those words began to echo in the air. My father didn't respond right away, but I noticed he lingered a little longer at the table before leaving for work. Have you ever felt your home grow cold without realizing when it started? Maybe you know what it's like to live under the same roof with people you love, but feel miles apart. Faith doesn't erase pain overnight, but it rebuilds what fear and pride destroy. What if the healing you're praying for starts not with someone else changing, but with you choosing to believe again? A few weeks later, my mother announced we were having a family night. My sister was thrilled, I was skeptical, and my father, well, he didn't say much. That night, she made his favorite stew and lit candles even though it wasn't a holiday. Halfway through the meal, she looked at him and said softly, "I know you're hurting. I don't know how to fix it, but I believe God can. We miss you. I miss you." The silence that followed was long enough to hear the clock ticking. Then, for the first time in months, my father's eyes filled with tears. He whispered, "I didn't mean to disappear. I just didn't know how to come back." That night changed something. It wasn't dramatic. No music swelled. No miracle light filled the room. But it was real. We prayed together for the first time in years, awkwardly at first, then more freely. Every night after that, we gathered, even if only for 5 minutes. Sometimes we read a psalm. Sometimes we just talked about our day. The more we prayed, the more the heaviness lifted. Faith didn't erase the loss of my uncle, but it gave my father a place to bring his pain instead of burying it. It taught my mother patience and gave me the courage to speak my heart without fear. Our home felt alive again. Laughter returned, meals stretched longer, and the house that once echoed with silence began to echo with prayer. Months later, my father stood in church and shared our story. He said, "We almost lost our family, not because of one tragedy, but because we stopped letting God be part of our everyday. Faith didn't fix us, it remade us." I'll never forget that moment. People came up after the service, some crying, some smiling, saying, "We needed to hear that." That's when I realized our brokenness had become someone else's hope. Maybe your family has its own quiet cracks right now, unspoken hurts, walls built from years of misunderstanding. Take a breath. Healing doesn't require perfection. It only asks for presence and prayer. Sometimes all God needs is one willing heart to say, "We can begin again." Lord, thank you for never giving up on families that drift apart. Thank you for meeting us in the silence, for turning pain into peace, and for reminding us that no wound is too deep for your love to mend. You made our family whole again, not by changing our circumstances first, but by changing our hearts. May every home listening tonight feel your restoring power. And remember that faith, even the size of a mustard seed, can rebuild what the world says is beyond repair. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to believe again in family and faith. Tell us in the comments how the power of family love has restored hope in your life. Your words might be the light someone else needs tonight. Don't forget to subscribe to A Gift Called Family for more real stories of faith, healing, and the quiet miracles that begin at home. Because when we choose faith, forgiveness, and love, families become whole again.